Hey, hello leaders. Welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. Today we're going back into the vault just for another week or so, and then we're going to kick off season 11. Brand new season, brand new episodes. And today I just want to step back to season 1, episode 83, and it talks about how we can eliminate the leadership noise in our life, blocking out all of these distractions. Now, for me, this very much hits close to home because of my diagnosis with adult ADHD, which I have a lot of noise with the ADHD going on. I mean, I got noise that is distracting all the time. So hopefully you're going to enjoy this, and it may shed some light on what's going on in your life and possibly life of the people around you. So here we go. Hello, have you ever noticed how noisy it is in our lives? I mean, wherever you go, it seems like there's somebody or something fighting for our attention. This can especially be true in the workplace, as we have tons of noise that just keeps us distracted from what is most important. Well, today we're going to discuss how we can tune out some of the noise in our lives so we can concentrate on the most important things. You know, this challenge was actually introduced to me about 10 years ago in a lunchtime study at the chapel on Little Rock Air Force Base. The study simply talked about how there was so much noise in our lives, and noise being things, things or people or just a lot of distractions in our lives that often take us away from the most important things in our lives. Well, that really hit home for me back then. And sadly enough, here I am 10 years later, and I still have lots of noise that is drowning out the most important sounds in my life. So as I was thinking about this topic, I figured it's time to go all the way back to the basics. It's time to start turning off some of the noise in my life that is so distracting, and it's time to really start listening to the most important things in my life. Well, you know what? So far, so good. I've made it through most of today without getting too distracted. I've focused on the important things. I think this is one challenge that we can never totally eliminate. But I think we can minimize the impact that it has on us by learning what the distracting noises are. It could be the TV or the radio or the conversations in the next office or the email bell going off every 5 seconds or people knocking on the door or just dumb stuff in our lives that distract us and take us away from the important things. Distractions are a real legitimate issue. They're a real challenge that we all struggle with. And that's why it's important to have some type of gatekeeper, as we talked about in yesterday's episode. However, we must always ensure we are listening to the good noise. So how can we determine what the best noise is? Well, that comes down to your priorities, your values, your ethics, your purpose, your beliefs, etc. You need to examine yourself and start making tough decisions by eliminating some of the noise that is taking you away from the most important things in your life. Start by examining all the distracting noise at work. How can you better take care of your people so they can accomplish their jobs more efficiently? How can you take away the noise to better hear your people? How can you alleviate some of the problems and the difficulties that they have? Or what can you do to alleviate their problems or their noise? Then start the same process at home. What noise is distracting you from what is most important? Make a list, talk to others about the bad noise, and ask them to help you eliminate it. I think this is undoubtedly one challenge that is conquered better as a team. Discuss all the distracting noise with your team at work and at home, and begin eliminating your noise today. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, please share this briefing with your coworkers and every other leader you know, and especially with your HR directors and your CEOs, so your entire organization can run to your challenges together. Please be sure to subscribe so you never miss another episode. And if you like this show, please leave me a 5-star review. Feel free to contact me directly at Paul Grau, that's PaulGrau at currentleadershipcoaching.com. Thank you, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges.